Hey guys, it's Carnivore2099 back with another video. It's not a review as such like I've been doing with the last couple. It seems to be taking me a lot of time to do that, you know, play through the game, edit it all, and mucking about with that, so I thought, fuck it, I want to play Constructor today, so I'll show you me playing Constructor, because it's a really good game, just I don't think enough people know about it really. It feels a lot like those old Bullfrog games back when Molyneux was with them, you know, like Theme Hospital, Theme Park, a bit Dungeon Keeper, I don't know. More like Theme Hospital, really. But it's got that more property sort of feel about it, more like SimCity. I'm going to change some game settings here. I think the volume's actually too high. Looks like I can't change the volume. Oh well. My mic will probably get cut out by some of the fucking sound effects in this game, so I apologise in advance. What we're going to do here is we can select how many computer players we want to fight against here. Really, I just want to start off with one, because the computer is relentless in this game. He's just a complete asshole. I can't stand him. And we're just going to do a build, because I'm not really trying to achieve anything in this game. I'm just going to show you how the game works, really. Now what we've got here is our HQ. HQ is where we look at how much tenants we have, how much mobsters we have for it, etc. How much people are in production. First of all though, we need to build our first building. Click on our foreman here. And we're going to get him to build a timber yard. And we'll select him to move there. Righto! And him and his little work crew, they're going to head out over there. If you want to make his crew a little bigger, you can click on this button here and you can just add in some spare workers. The workers with these little bits in the corners here show that they're already in a team, but we can click on these two here and we'll just join them up, and easy enough, they'll just plod along with them. We'll just press M. Right now, the timber yard, and they'll just start working away. And you'll notice our little timber resource at the top left here will start increasing.
Who's that?
But now that we've built that timber yard, we can start building houses. Obviously, since we've only got a timber yard, we've only got these shitty little houses made out of wood. We'll just get a worker out to build that. Got a repairman here.
What do you want? Alright.
You can send them individually to buildings to repair them a lot quicker, but if you move them onto any of these estates, you notice there's lots of estates, and eventually we'll buy a bunch of these too, but you can just move them to an estate and hit that automatic button there, and he's just going to go around every building on this block now, and just, you know, so I don't even have to worry about it. If a building does get severely damaged, you can just actually go into it. That's all. You can just go into it and there'll be a repair button. You can fork out $100 to fix the house. It's easier just to have a repairman. Right here, we're just going to put in some tenants into these houses. With each level of tenant, you get level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each level of tenant, there's 2 different types, and they have different characteristics. With the first level, there's not much difference. These guys breed a bit better, and these guys have more money. And right now I want breeders, because I need workers. Build them a nice little fence before they start. Now, in the houses you get a gadget section, and you can see there's double glazed windows, PCs, alarms and things. And seeing as they don't have double glazing yet, they're going to get really annoyed at that work going on in the factory.
Hey, righto!
So until we get a gadget factory where I can build those, we're going to have to use that sparingly. But here, we'll build a few more houses. I'll try and get the next resource yard in. And we'll make it a little bit. Nah, fuck it. Get more houses. More houses the better.
Righto!
Another foreman.
Do what, eh? Righto!
The main objective is just trying to build houses, get projects in, try and make money, try and get bigger, better houses, people paying more money, and seeing as I'm on the build game type, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. I don't have any objective, I'm just building to build, really. Just play the game free for all. But you will get other objectives in other game modes, but I never usually bother with them. I play for a few hours and then I'm done. But there is another guy exactly like you on the other side of the map, and he wants all of this. That's his objective, is your objective basically, so he's going to try and steal and break anything of yours and just make your life a misery, really. So I prefer to get in there first and make his life a misery, because he is an asshole and he is relentless. More breeders, please. More work. Oh, I just started that fence too.
Who are I?
Now, I can build a cement yard now. Oh, wrong button. I might notice the interface just looks kind of old, but it's 1997, you know what I mean? It's 15 years ago.
Who's that?
It works the way it
Righto.
should. It's not too hard to get used to.
Who are I?
Just gotta wait. Might as well build another house whilst I'm here, I guess. Now we can start building some real decent houses, brick houses.
Who's that? Righto. Hello? Righto. Who are I?
Now we've got a workman, spare workman sitting in the HQ. Moving another tenant. More workers.
Who's that?
I'm to make a fence too. I'm going to start complaining about the noise.
Who are I?
As soon as I
Righto.
stop working in that factory, they're going to stop complaining about the noise, so it's alright. Just move into the next one, and then their complaints will start fresh.
Eh?
Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the council office here. I'm going to buy a new bit of property. And hopefully our enemy isn't going to just start building on it right away. Right, now that we've built our cement yard here, we're also opened up to these other things. We've got a gadget store, we've got a police station. I don't usually bother with the police station too much unless I'm really going for the game, but I'm just not going to bother just now. And here we have like communes, and they're just nasties pretty much. You can build them and you can pay them to go steal stuff or to go cause a nuisance in their streets and make their residents complain and things, and it's quite funny at times. Yeah, a lot of the time I don't usually bother with it too much, and I just feel like annoying them. Right, we're gonna get them.
Righto.
Right, and now they're all gonna start bitching about
Who's that?
trees. Now this space here is going to be strictly for gathering rent. That's all I really want. I'm probably not going to bother getting level 2 tenants or anything like that just now. I'm just doing a little quick playthrough
Hello?
so you can get a grasp for the game.
Righto.
Put a little subway station so people can move a bit quicker. I'm going to start building some trees, because eventually they're going to start complaining there's nothing nice in their garden. Apparently it's my fault. They can't plant their own trees, so...
Hey?
Okay, I'm going to move them back.
Righto.
See, complaints stop again, and start afresh later. But, could really do with another work team. Good stuff.
Who's that? Righto. Hello?
And now that we have these gadgets, we can go to the gadget options in this, and we can pay for our gadgets. And not only do we have to build them, we actually have to pay for them too. They don't have to hand deliver it. Cheeky bastards. Through this game you will learn to hate your tenants. Hate them. They are just such a nuisance, they don't complain about anything. And it's the reason I don't get higher up level tenants, because they complain more than these guys do. They don't complain about anything. They don't like the certain kind of hedge they've got, they don't like the neighbour's hedge, they don't like the type of neighbours, all sorts of shit. Here's me trying to convince you this is a really fun game. The reason I build so much workers is because I can go into this building here and I can convert workers into people. I can convert them into tenants rather than having to wait for them if I need them in an emergency or whatever. If I need a foreman, I can use 4 of them to make a foreman and build a new team to help construction and stuff like that. Or I can build a repairman from 3 of them. And vice versa, I can turn tenants into workers if it's an emergency or whatever. Usually workers just do it for me. And the thing is, when you move level 1 tenants into a level 2 house, you can't do their breeding properties. You can't build workers, you can't build tenants with them, they'll only pay rent. So never stick the slobs in there, because these guys have got more money. They're content now, they like these houses. So, you don't generally have to worry about them too much. Once you start putting in punks and hippies, oh,
Tea break.
Jesus. Move them into the brickyard for just now.
Yeah!
How many tenants do I have? Go into the HQ, have a look, see how much. I'm in production. 4 rounds. So I could probably build 2 more tenants. Nice. And we'll build a couple more houses. Gonna try and keep it kind of neat, but sometimes you fuck up. You know how it goes. I don't need any more timber.
Who's that? Righto.
Now when you buy an estate, you're going to want to kind of fill it up kind of quick, because sometimes the enemy up here can take his foreman down and start building on your property, even though it's yours. You can do the same back to him, but it's still cheeky nonetheless.
Hey? Righto.
Because as you're building, the council are going to give you objectives. Let's see if I can find them. This is just free play just now. But sometimes they'll ask you to do something specific and they'll turn up in these boxes. Like, maybe not enough of your property is being used up for residential needs. You've got too many factories or too many like hippie stations and stuff like that, and pawnbrokers and stuff. And they get pissed off and you've got to improve your percentage of usage for residential homes. But and you get a timer for that as well. As you can see, there's this little bar here. It'll gradually go down red if you've got a timer on it. You'll get rewarded with points, which you can change for money or whatever. And you can also get black markings, which if you get enough black markings, it's actually game over. So you really want to keep those guys happy.
Hello?
Actually, no, smaller house. So I can fit 2 of them in. hopefully. Yeah, there we go. No, no. Councillor having a problem with a tenant on Castle Rock Estate. Teach him a lesson by either destroying his house or getting him to leave. You must complete this within a year and 300. It's almost 2 years, that's alright. You can see your days and years and things up here. Failure to do this will result in you being sacked. Yeah, that's how drastic some of these can be. Completing this mission will reward you with 200 white marks. So you know what we have to do? We have to go fuck him up. Which is my favourite thing to do in this game. Move in some more tenants. You can see all my goes to rent. You can bump up the rent if you want by pressing these buttons here, but they tend to complain a lot and I don't know, just kind of bothers me for a while.
Who's that? Righto.
You get enough money in this game, you really shouldn't struggle if you're doing it right. Oh, as soon as we have
what do you want?
A state, we're going to move up to this one.
Alright.
And hit his automatic. I'm never going to have to worry about him again. Always remember, build your fences slow. That's the first thing I complain about.
Who's that? Righto.
No tenants yet. Fences. I know this seems incredibly boring just now, but if you're into these kind of games, you'll find it enthralling. But yeah, so we're gonna send these guys back to the warehouse.
Righto.
And rest for a bit.
Hey, righto.
I've only got a certain amount of time to do this, so I better get cracking with it. With your foreman, he not only commands your team, he can also blow up people's houses, or blow up buildings that you own, and he can steal other people's houses, that's what I should really say.
Righto.
And seeing as the council has a problem with him, we're going to go sort him out.
Hey.
We'll get two of them whacking that.
Righto.
First. There's a workman in here, and he's probably going to start hitting my foreman as soon as he starts doing anything. That's why we get our other foreman in here to carry on the job. See, he's going to chase him. Oh. For some reason he
hello?
as they're being attacked, they can lose health and things.
Hello?
As you can see, the little health bar along here. But eventually you'll be building hospitals and you can just send them back to the HQ and they'll heal up there, but it's much better having a hospital. We have second foreman. Usually I'll have a team of like 4 foremen and they'll just be in ravaging someone's fence. But once we knock out this fence, we can actually just go into the house and we can actually sell it afterwards, because it becomes ours after we destroy the fence. Which is the reason why you might want to make some of your fences bigger, because with the residential areas you can repair the fences, but with the industrial, you know, the resources, you can't repair the fence, unfortunately. It's a bit of a bugger, but I guess adds to the challenge of the game. Here we go. So why they haven't attacked him, I don't know. Ah, too late, buddy. Now it's ours. There we go into press this button here and sell to the council. We'll get him moved out.
Righto.
So can take it away. Get him back to HQ.
Righto.
Now that we've been rewarded with white points, we can head back to the HQ. And you can convert 100 white marks into 10 grand. Oh, as you can see, someone's attacking our fence here. We'll send our boys around to mess them up. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be able to repair that. Eventually he's just going to take that at some point and we'll have to build a new one, or I can just defend it as well as I can. You can see we messed him up pretty good though.
Hello?
You can build guard dogs and stuff like that at the gadget store, but they just don't seem to work that often, I don't think. They never seem to stop anything. What's he complaining about? He wants a couple of trees, doesn't he? One tree isn't enough. A different tree, make him feel special. Okay, he's right next door to the gadget shop. The little animations in this game I really like as well. Kinda gives it that bullfrog feel actually, very British, kinda very just silly humour to it.
Hello? Righto.
I think this is just a quick video showing you what the game's like. I'm not really going to go too much into it. I'm just going to build a few from maybe another foreman, and then I'm going to go start attacking his buildings, and I can show you how I just fucking usually rape this guy. There's a lot more to the game, obviously, but it's just, if I'm only showing you for a few minutes, then it's not really worth getting into. So you've got all these other buttons you can use. This is probably more useful if there's 4 players on the map, because then you can see who owns what and stuff. As you can see, he's just expanding really, really fast. He just seems to have unlimited resources. Here you can go by your house, go through your residencies by house, and you can see what they're all doing, see what they're making, how many days they have left, because they do die. But I'm not really fussed about that just now. I'm just going to go ahead and find out your finances here. Eventually your taxes are going to be due, so you're going to have to press this button and pay your taxes, because they get pretty pissed off if you don't pay your taxes. You can sort out your mob boss outfit here, but we don't have a mob thing yet. Here's just a log of the things you've done, all the messages you've got. Your options, obviously. Here you can have a look at your work teams and stuff. Obviously building, check your police headquarters, and you can just pause the game with that if you need to go have a smoke or grab a drink. But yeah, let's build another foreman. Cash as well. You can keep the white marks just in case you get black marks, because they counteract the black marks. But hell, I rarely get black marks, so I don't really care. Yeah. I'm gonna go get them to attack some stuff.
Righto. Hello? Righto.
You can either get them attacking all the same house and do it really quickly, or you can try and be a bit more sneaky about it and do a bunch of different houses so you can't hard to manage. I'd actually really love to play this with other human characters, because then it would actually feel fair, but the computer just seems really unbalanced in this sometimes. No matter how much you kick his ass, he just always seems to have resources, so eventually I end up giving up my games, but if I can make his life a misery for just a couple hours, then my job is done. As you can see, just going to rape his houses here. It's a good game. I think it's aged pretty well. You used to be able to find it on abandonia.com, but GOG have managed to snap it up now, so you can find it for about $5–10. I can't remember the exact price for it. I have a copy on disc from back in the day, but I thought how GOG, they get things working on Windows 7 and working alright, so I was willing to pay that extra $5–10, because it really is a good game once you get into it. It's pretty deep, and I mean, I'm not the best at the game. I just like destroying his stuff and stealing his stuff. I'm an asshole. Let me see. Some of his house. Get you back to the hardcore.
Righto.
Nice.
Who's there?
Okay, finish off.
Righto.
Sell his house. Ooh, I've spent hours sitting doing this to him, stealing all his properties so he can't be earning any money, but yet he still manages to build properties. It's really, really good.
Righto. Hey? Righto. Hello?
Right.
Righto.
It's kind of best to try and get houses where there's no one hanging around. Eventually they will send a guy around, he's probably going to go around and whack him, but that's why we keep them distracted with having lots of properties being attacked. Eventually you'll figure out how the AI works and you'll be able to work around them and stuff, but...
Who's there?
Again, I just...
Righto.
He does it to me after a while, so...
Hey?
It's just a council inspection there, that's when they check how much percentage of your property is being used for residential means.
Righto.
A good idea is actually to steal his timber yards, because then he's going to prioritise on stealing them back rather than building on your property or building a new one. And it just gives you time to steal his other buildings, if that makes sense.
Hey?
That's all we're going to keep doing. Theft.
Righto.
It's the name of the game. It's kind of the way I play most of these PC games, like Skyrim, Morrowind, or Fallouts, or anything like that. Just love being a thieving bastard.
Righto.
Always seems to be the best way to play it.
Who what, eh? Righto. Hello? Righto.
I'm just probably going to try and take a few more houses here and then I'll probably call this video quits. Oh, I kind of showed you the basics of this kind of game. Like I say, it's only $5–10 on GOG, so snap up, works perfectly, runs really smooth. It's quite a funny game with some of their things. I haven't shown you any of the like the hippie communes or anything like that, or any of their special objectives. You can send pawn guys to go in and steal stuff from lumber yards and steel yards, or mess up stuff. Hippies will go to people's houses and start parties and things like that, and you can just... it just causes a problem for the computer, really. Kind of distracts them from what you're trying to do. But at the same time, it kind of a waste of time for me. I just prefer to go in and steal these buildings and make a bit of money. As you see, I don't even really have that much houses, but I'm raking in cash now because I keep stealing his houses.
Hey? Righto.
Not gonna be long till I get your house. Oh, we'll try and get him before he goes home.
Who's there? Righto.
So as soon as they get hit, they're just going to head back to headquarters to heal themselves, which is really useful. But should have got another foreman back here.
Hey?
Looks like I might have to do some damage.
Righto. Who's there?
glitched out a little bit. I think Fraps is making this glitch out a little bit.
Eh? Righto.
See, I mean, it's just relentless. Love it.
Eh?
It's a lot handier when you've got a mob. If you've got a mob kicking about, you can have little mobsters kicking about with their weapons and stuff. And if you see a worker coming to like this, he's going to attack him probably. Yeah. I just know how the AI works. You can set up a mobster just to be hanging around here, and he'll start beating up the worker there. And it just distracts him long enough for your foreman to get in there and steal the house.
Get off.
Get off.
Righto. Eh?
Get off.
Righto.
Do 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 do.
Eh?
So I'll probably do a few more of these videos. It's kind of easier for me to do.
Righto.
If I just fancy playing a game for a little bit, I can just whap on Fraps and just talk on the mic. Just show you about a few of these games that I grew up with. And like I said, the reviews take a bit too much time for me.
Who's that?
So I do enjoy making them. It's just I enjoy playing games more.
Eh? Righto. Who what, eh?
You know, just having to record it all, remember what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Trying to explain things properly and actually script out an idea of what you're trying to talk about. I'd rather just actually sit here and talk you through the game as I'm playing it, even if I'm only showing you a little bit.
Righto.
Here we go, we've got another house. Got a cheeky £7 hopefully in my pocket.
Hello?
Go steal another one.
Righto.
Just love being a dick to this asshole. That sounded so wrong. So wrong, but oh well.
Get off.
Eh? Righto.
Get off.
Stopped immediately.
Eh?
He's onto my little game here.
Righto.
Bastard.
Who's that?
Oh, tax bill is due. Just pay all the sending tax now. You want to do that as soon as possible before you forget and they start stealing your houses.
Righto.
As you know, repossession is not the
Who's
best.
that? Righto.
Come on, I just want to I'll do me. See, broken
Righto.
his fence. All you need to do is get in there and get into his house. There we go. £7.
Righto.
See, when you bring the foreman with you, they bring their team with them. But usually what I do is make a bunch of foremen and don't assign them a team.
Eh?
And I'll just control one and make a little team out of them. And I'll just send them off to cause a bit of
Righto.
destruction.
Who what, eh? Righto.
See, we get 2 workmen in there, they'll start doing that a lot quicker. Get these guys to start punching at this guy. Distract him.
Righto.
Looks like someone's attacking my fences. See, he'll do it back to you, so you don't have to feel bad about it. Once that customer, the resident will complain. All we need to do is buy him a new fence. Call work team. Yeah, that's pretty much how it runs, guys. There's some more complicated stuff you can get into. Build more yards, build better houses, get more infuriating kinds of tenants and things like that, and a lot more depth from what I've shown you. But
Righto.
really fun game, really cheap to pick up on GOG, and totally worth it. So if I were you, I'd go pick it up. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully get a review up sometime soon, or at least another one of these little playthroughs. Take it easy, guys.